guys? Pete, C Riders. I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to install the snap-in fenders for the Sea-Doos. This particular case is going to be the Fish Pro, my girlfriend's Fish Pro. It's good for docking purposes. Actually good too, which I learned over the weekend, was when we went on the Caloosahatchee River and we were going through the locks. I put my fenders and I have them on both sides, and it helped a lot because it didn't scrub and rub and scratch up the sides of the jet ski in the lock as the water was rising and filling up, so we can go ahead and open the other side up. So we're gonna go ahead and install the snap-in fenders on the Fish Pro. Now BRP has instructions on the BRP instruction website. You can download it. It has pretty good detailed instructions on there, so I will definitely follow those. In this particular case, we're going to follow those instructions. The only difference is the measurements from the distance here, being that this is the extension on the Fish Pro. The measurement's going to be a little bit different. So these are what the fenders look like. You can buy them at any Sea-Doo authorized retailer. Basically all they do is snap on the bottom and then push it up, and you get 2 holes drilled. You have to use a 7/32 drill bit. Screw it in here, and then you have a Torx bit with a 30 on it, and it gets screwed on. Now, one thing I like to do is once I drill it and I screw it in, I put silicone in the holes, so that way once I screw it in, it's nice and sealed. So it's one recommendation I do recommend. So you will need a, like I said, a 7/32 drill bit. You will need a Torx bit T30 and some silicone right here. So we're gonna go ahead and install it and show you step by step how I do it. So basically I measured from here 13 inches is where we want to put this, because if you noticed, it's a dual ski that I have, and my fenders, and I put an extension on my RXT. When I did the snap-in fenders, I didn't have the extension, so I followed the measurements per BRP's instructions. Now, being that this is sitting next to it, I can't have the snap-in fenders at the same spot because it's gonna rub and hit when they're both trailered on here. So what I did is I set them back on the Fish Pro, so that way it doesn't hit on the same spots that my RXT has the snap-in fenders. So I did the 13, and over here 57 1/4. I already took the liberty of marking the pilot holes of where I'm going to drill. You're going to go ahead and take your drill bit and you're going to go at an angle, and you're just going to go ahead and start. Go slow and then work your way in. Once you're through, you're good. Now, if you do it correctly at the right angle, you're not gonna feel it on the bottom. It's gonna be inside the hull, so it shouldn't be felt through the bottom if you do it correctly. I'll go ahead and do this one. Just start nice and slow. So there's the 2 holes. Once you line this back up, you should be able to screw it in, which I can see the holes right now. So before we do that, like I said, put a little bit of silicone in the hole. Go ahead and take your fender, line it up, take your screw, start it, and then go ahead and screw it in. And that's pretty much how you install your snapping fenders. All right, now that I drilled the holes, I'm gonna go ahead and put the silicone in there on that spot. That's it, that's all you would need. We'll go ahead, take the fender, put it where it needs to go. Pretty easy, guys. It's not that hard. If you guys are do-it-yourselfers like I am, this should be pretty easy. And there you go. It's on there. It's nice and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. And she can put her fenders on, and it'll protect her ski. Basically, you take it just like I showed you in the back, snap it in here, and that's basically how that fender works. If you can see right there, it slides in, and on the bottom you can just snap it in place, and there you go. So now this is protected from anything on the outside, and just as easily it goes on, pull it up, and it's completely out. So that is exactly how those fenders work. That's the front, and that is the back right there. So guys, that's how they pretty much go in. It's pretty simple. I would say anybody that has some sort of mechanical experience, they're good with their hands, they can do this, not a problem. So don't need to go to the dealer and install it. But if you're not that type of person and you don't have the tools, then definitely go to the dealer. I'm not saying not to, but I like to do a lot of my own upgrades on the skis and my other toys that I have on my Q50. So this is something simple that you can do in your garage. Takes about 20-30 minutes as long as you have the proper tools, and should be pretty smooth sailing from there. So if you have any questions, leave me some comments. Appreciate your comments. Hit that subscribe, like button if you like the content, and I'll keep making these videos just to help everybody out there that's either getting into this jet ski scene and they want to do some minor upgrades or some simple upgrades. I'll keep doing these videos so that way you know, I'll give you my experience on what I've done to it, and hopefully it helps you out if you decide to do it on your own. Well, it's Pete, Sea Riders. Take care.